Hi there, I'm Samuel Flynn. I'm going to show you my logo design for my brand which was created called ADELEAT. ADELEAT is an online food blog that champions South Australian cafes, breakfast spots and coffee spots, but with a real emphasis on the higher end top quality of that category. So here's what I came up with. So of course I wanted the logo design to echo the values of the brand. And the values of the brand are that they're locally owned and operated. They've got a passion when it comes to food, and most importantly, they are top quality. Like I say, we were champion the best of the best in South Australia, and so I felt that the logo needed to have a certain elegance about it to reflect this, which I think it does. So whether I was going to use typography or shape, I wanted each element of the design to be able to stand alone as well. So that's why I've used this example in the middle here of the crossed over knife and fork, because it doesn't necessarily need the typography with it. You could even just use the fork by itself, or the knife, or the type by itself. But that was important to me because I wanted there to be choices of on different pages on the blog, in the future on social media. Different logos could be used, but indeed being instantly recognisable as the ADELEAT brand. Another part of the design that can act as a standalone feature is the end of the fork, something that I experimented with quite a lot and wanted to create an aspect where the A and the E from ADELEAT were quite a large part. So you can see on the end of the fork, they can be interpreted as an A and an E. That can be used in the future as well, turned on its head, as a standalone logo, an instantly recognisable logo, something which fits in with the whole process for me to this point. As for the colours of the design, I wanted to go with very simple, very elegant, very clean. So for me, black and white was an easy choice, easily transferable as I mentioned before, but then the gold brings in a certain bit of class, a little bit of elegance and quality, which of course aligns with the brand. I think they were good choices of colour. I toyed with a few different colours and found that these ones worked best. The colours complement each other well, and individually they work well as well. The black and the white on the right hand side there, you can see it doesn't reduce the quality of the logo by being in black and white, and I think that's a good achievement in itself. And so within professional practice, how might these logo designs transpire to the screen, transpire to the blog posts in which they are intended? Will they fit at all? So I created a couple of mock-ups of blog pages, one of which I have included in this presentation, and I'll show you now. So as you can see, I've gone with the white and gold version of the ADELEAT logo, as the image in the background is quite dark. I think it works quite well, pops out of the screen. But it just goes to show the versatility of the logo. I've included a second mock-up where another variation of the logo can be used, and again highlights that versatility. Different logos can be used for different posts, different sections, but all of them are as recognisable as the last. Going back to the start of the presentation, I spoke a little bit about the key values of the brand itself. Those are that the establishments featured would be locally owned and operated, that the people running them would care about the produce and be passionate about that, and that they would deliver a high quality, high caliber product. So with my logo design, I've tried to align myself with that. I've been inspired by that, and I hope that that shows with my rationale here. And finally, for my own personal development, in the future I'd like to test myself a little bit more. One thing I struggle with is that once I get an idea in my head that I like, I find it hard to move away from that. So during the experimental phases, I've never really strayed too much away from my original idea, and that's something I need to work on, because I'm limiting myself by boxing myself in. You never know what the possibilities are if you don't test yourself, and that's something I would definitely like to improve on in the future. So thanks for listening to my presentation. I hope you've enjoyed the design, and I hope it's understood by you as much as it is by me. Thanks very much.